Let's find out what the top 6 is.
Welcome to a Fifth Jet Gaming, where it is Single Sunday. That's right, it's Sunday, so we have our Single Sunday going on. And if you don't know what we got going on, this is where we ended up picking up the books from this week and how we ended up thinking about it. And this is also where we end up talking about our poll. We'll end up talking about what's on the cutting block, what may be getting added, and what did we end up picking up randomly. So with that said, we ended up going over and taking a few flyers out this week because we literally only had a couple books that was over on our poll. What were the flyers? Well, before we get that far, let's go over what we ended up having to do for the backlog. The stuff that we can end up reading before we can end up reading the single issues that we end up having. So for the backlog, it's part of our flyer sets, but we ended up picking up Batman Dark Patterns. This is number 1, so this is our backlog issue that we ended up having to read. We have 6 books altogether this week, so this is going to be a top 6 books. So coming in at number 6, one of the flyers is Daredevil Unleash Hell. This was the red band version. Have to say, the story didn't really keep up with me, and I wasn't feeling it, but maybe if I ended up reading Sir Arcee's run, maybe I would have got a better idea, since that's where this little devil came from. This one I kind of forgot about last week to pick it up, and I have a certain rule that if I go to a store and I use my card, I only can use it once, and I already ended up paying for the poll and didn't want to be using the card again, so it fell into this week. That's going to be Absolute Superman, issue number 3. It's an alright story. It's just filling in the background. It was okay. It was nothing that's major or anything like that. It didn't really strike a vibe. However, we're in it for the long haul. We got that added to our poll, so we're going to have all 5 issues of that. All 5 issues of the next one of Absolute Batman. This is number 4. And it happens to be issue 4 is number 4 on our list. Coming in at number 3, issue 16 of Transformers, over by Skybound. This has a little bit of action, has a little bit of stuff going on. However, it was tempting to be going over these top 3 ended up having a little slight nudges that keeps over with it. I felt Transformers was the worst out of the 3, though. Coming in at number 2 is issue 2 of Dark Patterns. So this has some story that's going over with it. I'm kind of intrigued with that story. And we rarely end up seeing Batman make up Snake. And you'll end up seeing something like that in this issue. A flyer that we ended up taking over that paid off to me. That paid off that is going to be the top spot of this week is going to be Magic number 1. I like the origins I ended up going with. It ended up briefly touching the origins and ended up talking about it, and it had a lot of action. Will it get added to the poll? I don't know. I think this is one of those that's going to need an issue or 2 before we end up doing something like that. However, I do like Magic as a character, so it definitely has that going for it. So what did you pick up in your poll? Let us know down in the comments down below. And if you don't have a poll, what did you pick up this week? If you're liking the content we're putting out, like, subscribe, and hit that little bell icon to be notified whenever we come out with new content. Thank you for watching, and until next time, we'll see you guys later.